Oldenaki here with the first of my Halo Infinite LASO Challenge campaign mission walkthroughs, which is Mission 1 Warship Gbraaken. And a LASO challenge is essentially LASO without the blind skull being activated, so that one can see what weapons you're firing and a couple of other things on the HUD. This is defined a few Halo games ago by Mythic Tyrant, and I'm sort of carrying on the tradition. I will be using all the cutscenes in the various campaign missions that I will be walking through, as we can see here. One of the things that I wanted to point out, though, is that unlike earlier Halo games, you don't have a mission list to select and start from scratch. In more and less cases, you will have the weapons that you had at the last checkpoint you saved. So if I had run, let's say, this mission through almost to the end and decided to end it or restart it because I had a death, because I try to do these with 0 deaths, then whatever weapons I had at that point will be available to me on the next restart. Also, with the bandana skull, which is added for this game, I have infinite ammo, infinite grenades, infinite recharge on any Spartan capability I have. So that's something that we need to be aware of. And also, there is now a replay capability. Again, there's no mission list. You have to go through the tactical map to select the mission and replay it. It will provide you the weapons that you had at the last checkpoint on whatever mission you were running. And I have another version of this mission which demonstrates that and how ridiculously easy this mission can become. But that's up next. But first of all, we're on the warship. We want to get rid of that sleeping grunt because occasionally he'll wake up. And now we're going after a battle rifle that is in this container right here. And sometimes I can get up into the container and get it like there, and sometimes not. But if you're patient, you can just wait where we took out the grunt and it will drop at that point. So I just saved him a few seconds. And next up, I'm going to switch out my pistola here for a plasma pistol. And we've got to take a couple of grunts out on this ramp. And on LASO, or with the Thunderstorm skull activated, they're upgraded, they're shielded, and they have disruptors. And those disruptors are a real pain in the butt. Notice I'm throwing a dynamo grenade there. The benefit of that, especially with all the skulls on, or most of the skulls on, is that it temporarily freezes your enemy so that you can get a shot in on them. Alright, there's another one up here. And I'm basically going to take him out. If I'd have lost any shields, the black eye skull is the only way that I can get him back by meleeing an opponent. So that's a noob combo there. A little bit easier when they're frozen. Oh, sometimes I try to EMP that plasma pistol and it just doesn't want to work. Alright, freeze him with a grenade. Ooh, there's somebody behind me on the right, I think. Yeah, I missed somebody. Where is that little guy? Now in the past, one might try to save one of these grunts to get the shield back with a melee, but there are more sleeping grunts down here, or mostly sleeping. Or sleeping most of the time, I should say. So I'm going to come back down here and see if I can get my shields back by meleeing this particular grunt. Oh good, he's sleeping. A lot easier. If he's awake, then I'd have to do the semi-noob combo thing with him, or the grenade, freeze him, and then get over there and try to melee him. So now I got my shields back. And the next up is in the next room with a berserker brute. Notice I changed over to my spike grenade, and we'll see why I did that momentarily here. Again, I'm running the cutscenes. He's a nasty old guy. They're real pains in the butt in this version of the game. A lot of times they'll come out of nowhere. You think you got them all and there's one left and you get blindsided. Alright, so what I do, EMP, throw a couple of grenades. The EMP will stop him momentarily, just like the dynamo grenades would be. But I wanted the spike grenades because those will take him out. The EMP drops his shields, by the way. Alright, 4 more grunts in here. 3 or 4. Sometimes you can surprise them enough that you can get them all before their shields come up. Otherwise, it's back to the old noob combo game. It's new combo plus. Freeze them with a grenade, EMP, then headshot. Where are you? Oh, there he is, way down there. Okay, let's freeze him. Okay. Sometimes just a freeze will do it. Alright, in here are 3 brutes, but they're not shielded. These are the regular old brutes that have the heavy auto, the YR something or other commando. But nicely with endless grenades, I can take them out with the spike, or not the spike grenade, but the dynamo grenade that I had switched back to. On to the next. Out here I'm going to have 3 or 4 shielded jackals and 2 brutes. One is similar to the brutes that I saw in the last room, and one is a shielded brute with a rocket launcher that we got to be really careful of. I also tried to save one of the shielded jackals just in case I need my shields back. I don't want to advance there. That is same stuff that you get with a dynamo grenade. So I'm going to hang back here. Whoa! That was pretty good aim there. The regular brute with the automatic, I can take him out. I can head shoot him. A couple of headshots will take him out. Okay, the shielded brute, I have to pepper him to get his shields to drop, then I can take him out. Okay, there's 3 of them up there, so I want to save one of them. 3 jackals. And like a knucklehead, I took them all out. Darn it. Alright, so I'll have to worry about that in the next room. Now what I'm doing here is I'm looking for the rocket launcher that shielded brute had. Okie doke, we got it. I'll be using this in the rest of this mission and the next mission as well, which is Foundation. Alright, well, as originally played, not as a replay. So that next mission, I'm replaying that as well, showing how easy it is on replay. Which I'll explain later on when we get into that mission.
Then there's still hope.
Alright, so we got the dynamo grenades up. First thing I want to do is I want to throw a grenade and freeze that first batch of bad guys. Fire a couple of rockets at them, try to take them out. Now here I got to be a little careful. Notice how I'm ducking behind there because they've got, they have those disruptors. And what'll happen with the disruptor, if you get enough hits on it, oh shoot, did I take them all out again? I'll be darned. When you get enough hits on the disruptor, what'll happen is that it will drop your shields and your health. And if it's low enough already, what'll happen is that, I think I missed him. Try that again. No, I got him. There's one brute right at the door, or right about halfway halfway into the room, I should say, and that's the first guy I take out. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm firing and then I'm backing up so the door will close so I don't take fire, or supposed to close. There we go. Then I come back in, check out where my next enemy is, and fire a couple of rockets, back up as I'm reloading. And hopefully in here I will be able to save a grunt and be able to get my shields back. It's been a while since I've actually run this original mission, so I can't quite remember how I did. Okay, there is a grunt there behind that container or whatever that is. Yep, there he is. Oops, went right by him. Notice that I froze him with my, there we go, I froze him with my dynamo grenade so I could get after him. Okay, into the next room, 4 shielded jackals. Freeze them, fire a rocket, should take them all out. Splash damage from that post in the middle. The next room is pretty problematic. There's a bunch of grunts and about a half a dozen or so, I think, of brutes. Notice that I, again, threw the grenade, the dynamo grenade, to try to freeze them, and then fired rockets at them. And these little grunts, when they're shielded, it's hard to take them down with a direct hit on a rocket. It's almost like you need to catch them with splash damage and just sail them into a wall or something. It's easier to take them out that way. Be careful, that you don't fire into the side of the door there, because that will take you out. Unlike the tank gun that we will see in Outpost Harmonious, you can get friendly fire damage from rocket launcher. And again, I run these missions with 0 deaths. And it tends to take 2 shots, at least 2 shots on a shielded brute to take him out. 1 to drop his shield and 1 to, oh come on, reload. Always forget to reload. There we go, got him. That's another thing with blind off, you can see the kill. You see the big X. With blind on, the only thing you have is audio. Alright, he's out. Alright, so we got the guys up front. Now there's 1 down there at the back on this level, and there's going to be 1 or 2 on the upper level along with a grunt. Looks like I got him. Alright, now I need to, well, maybe not. Just in case. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, yeah, making sure he's taken care of. I'll throw grenades up here. See if I can freeze him and take him out, or drop him like that. There we go. And he did get me a little bit with that spike grenade. Oh, that's surprising. I don't think I actually got him initially. Usually when they yell and go, oh, that means you've got him. Alright, I got that guy. How about that? Okay, up next is another room full of brutes. Possibly a grunt on a turret, portable turret there, and a couple of shielded jackals. And I'm trying to freeze everybody. Alright, I got one of the brutes. That's the other thing you have to be careful of, is flying debris there. If it flies back and hits you hard, it'll take you out. Alright, so this door, oh, there's freezing fire. Like I said, that was freezing by the grenade, and 2 shots on a rocket takes out the brute. Now, when you don't have Thunderstorm, and well, not Thunderstorm, when you don't have Mythic on, you can take them out with 1 shot. Mythic doubles their health. My health is down a little bit. Ooh, there's another guy. Ooh, look out! Firing rockets at me. Oh shoot, I missed him altogether. That's kind of a bad angle there. It looks like that fusion core is kind of... He's still kicking. I didn't see the little red X. Got him that time. Alright. Notice I'm kind of bouncing between openings here. Openings in the room. So they can't guess where I'm at. Actually, if I known he was the only one left in there, I might have charged him to get my shields back. But then there's a problem with shielded jackals. Sometimes when you melee a shielded jackal, you'll get your shields back, and sometimes you won't. Just kind of crazy. I consider that a glitch in the game. And sometimes when you do it, you think you're not getting them back, and then like 30, 40 seconds later, here come the shields. So it's really kind of strange. Alright, next up is the big room. And again, what do we got? A bunch of grunts. I'm not grunts, I'm sorry, a bunch of brutes. You can see them all with the cutscene running.
The banished will stand victorious. Patriarchs, hear these words. Even beyond this night, your will is served. Your forces occupy.
Alright, as soon as we come out of the cutscene, if we can, we're going to rush down and melee the first brute we see whose back should be turned to us. That will get our shields back. We're going to fire some dynamo grenades and a couple of rockets at the rest of the brutes on the platform, and then dive down to the lower level. And then play peekaboo with the remaining brutes. Okay, here we go. We're getting close. Okay, there's the melee, there's the grenades, 2 rockets. Hopefully I took most, if not all of them out. And come down here to the bottom. Oh yeah, see now they're firing where I was. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to draw them to me. And if I get lucky, splash damage might take somebody out up there before they drop down. Lower levels of difficulty, I would just stay up there and just fire away. But again, because of Mythic, their health is doubled, even the ones that aren't shielded, and that becomes problematic because there is a chieftain up there as well. No, I'm sorry, not chieftain, but a captain. Chieftains have gravity hammers, captains don't. I'm listening intently for the dialogue. I don't see anybody taking the bait here. Oh, I heard somebody. Alright, let's see. If I'm down to 1 or 2, I might be able to take them from back up top. So let's go back up here. And a little crouchy action there and see if I can see anybody. Alright, what is going on here? I can't believe I took them all out. Well, maybe I did, because I just got a checkpoint. No, there's somebody left. I can see him, he's down there. See a little diamond on his head. You don't see that when blind is on. Okay, he's out. It sounds like there's another one. Okay, so there were 2 left. Actually, it looks like there were 3 left. At least I have some cover up here. Alright, now it looks like I got them all. Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw some more movement down there. But I don't see that little diamond shape. So, with blind on, I would not have seen the diamond shape, and I would, you know, would not necessarily know that those guys were down there unless I heard dialogue. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to try to hack the system, take out cooling towers for the engines.
Okay. And you can do that? No. New plan. Scuttle the ship.
You are going to destroy this ship with us in it?
Now what'll happen here on the far end,
I'm going to die here.
two brutes will come down each of these ramps, right and left, generally. Definitely left, and right, they'll either come down that ramp or come out a door at the next level down. That's what I'm looking for now. I know there's brutes over there somewhere. I don't want to find them. There's one. Whoop, darn it, didn't jump. Oh, I just sent him flying. I don't know if you saw that. Splash damage really helps. And there's another one down there, off to the left a little bit, I think. Although I don't think in the actual run I saw him. But I could hear him in my right speaker, so I know he's down to the right. At least I know now he's down to the right. But notice that I'm hanging back here. I'm not exposing myself. I think I saw him. There he is. Oh, it's one of those guys where it was turned on. See how quick my shields went down? They're an automatic fire. That's a heavy automatic. Wise 78 or something like that. So, at some point, I'm going to have to try to get my shields back again. That's the one nice thing about, well, there are a number of nice things about bandana, is that, oh, there's one up top. Ooh, I think he just tagged me. But with bandana, you can just fire grenades all day. And I'm not really sure why they put that in this game. I know that they put it in the Master Chief Collection when they brought out the Combat Evolved anniversary, and people were complaining about that. It's not as pure. It's like it could turn into a grenade fest. But given the fact that you can use the grenades like that, you still got to be on your toes and knowing where the bad guys are. Because if you get caught by surprise like I just did with that automatic, then you can lose your shields in a hurry. Okay, I think there's a shielded jackal over here. Let's see here. Okay, well, at least I got my shields back that time by mailing a jackal. Okay. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, I think I got everybody. I'm going to switch over to my spike grenade, or my, well actually it was the plasma grenade. Hey, I got it first try. Spike or plasma, so they stick to the exposed core.
I'm not done yet.
Okay, now we got to go over to the other one. And we're going to have a couple of more brutes, actually 4 more brutes. 2 of them shielded, 2 of them not. And a couple of grunts and shielded jackal. And it looks like I didn't quite keep all of my shields. I didn't even feel that. I don't know what happened there. Alright, so there's 2 brutes down here. He's still kicking. You can see the reflection from his shields. And I'm trying not to expose myself. That's why I'm kind of holding back and jumping. And I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I'll use that jackal to get shields back. So I let him go for now. Okay, there's going to be a grunt kind of halfway to the next tower there. Cooling tower, if you will. And then there's going to be 2 of those automatic brutes to deal with. There's one of them who just jumped up on the ramp. And I can see both of them now. And notice that I still got tagged. Oh, got it. Alright, I got one of them. And there's another grunt in the back there that jumped down. There's that automatic guy again. Then, you know, it's amazing that they're that far away, and he can tag me very accurately. Let's put it that way. Alright, so I'm trying to clear that little area down there from back here so I don't get any more damage to my shields. I think I got them. Well, let's go see. Now, switching over to the BR is not really necessary at this point. This is just a reflex action from my earlier play with the tank gun. Because if you, for example, grapple with the tank gun, which I'll talk more about, grapple with the tank gun equipped and accidentally pick up another weapon. Oh, he was still kicking. All right, he's down now. Then you pick up the weapon and you lose the tank gun and you can't get it back. Oh shit! Phew, that was close. And again, it's just because of splash damage, I didn't get my shields all the way back. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Let's try this guy. Alright, so I got them all back. Alright. There's a spike grenade. And looks like I'm going to have to hit another one. There we go. Got it on. Oh, and I got a little splash damage to boot. You got to really be careful about the spike grenades, whether you're throwing them or somebody's throwing them at you. They tend to break apart and fire all over the place like fireworks. Alright, now we're going to come up here and we're going to fire the engines, and because the coolers are destroyed, cooling towers are destroyed, then the engines are going to blow up. That's the idea. And hello, Echelon.
Something better. The Master Chief returns. We thought you dead, tossed into the void. Yet here you stand. Humans call you their savior. Covenant, demon, the banished. Pray. Destroy this craft if you must. It matters not. The banished will hunt you down, pursue you wherever you run.
Who is that? Do you know him?
No.
Well, he knows you.
Let's get turned around up here when we come out of that cutscene.
Get back here.
Alright, so now we've got to kind of run a gauntlet. First off, there's going to be two grunts right up here. That's amazing that they survived that first rocket. Alright, they're down, and then we got 2 grunts down the far end. Gotta be careful because they've been firing disruptors at us. That's why I'm bouncing back and forth here, so I don't take fire or very little fire. And it looks like I got them. Be careful of flying debris. That's why I'm kind of holding back just a little bit. Okay, when we come through the next door here, there's going to be a brute up here, and hopefully I can get a grenade to create secondary explosions and take him out. And I'm kind of looking around. Way down there, there's a couple of grunts. See if I can take them out from distance with the rocket launcher. I'm still not sure about that brute. there have been runs where I think I've got him and he's kind of hanging out right on the other side of the door, and as soon as I walk through I get tagged. Okay, it looks like I got him this time. I think I saw his unmoving corpse. Okay. Alright, now we gotta slide through here, and then in the next hatchway, just on the other side, there's another brute. Try to throw some grenades through there to freeze him. And if you're accurate enough, we can take him out with grenades. I can hear him, there we go. Didn't have to fire anything, okay. Now, down the far end are a couple more of those automatic brutes, and they can be taken out with the battle rifle. Just don't stand out there and let him hit you all day. Okay, so that takes care of him, and then all you got left are 2 grunts, but again, they've got disruptors, so you got to be careful. So what I do is I slide down this little lower level here, and pop out and fire. And pop back behind cover. Now if I had full shields, then I would have just run like this, because I advanced to a certain point and things start to blow up. Alright, 2 more grunts. But they are reluctant to engage, let's put it that way. Gotta be careful not to wind up in that blue gunk down there, because that'll drop your shield in a hurry. Notice I can just take these guys out with melees. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. That was some of that blue gunk that I jumped into. It dropped my shields a little bit. But just keep whacking away at these guys. That wasn't too difficult. Okay, down this shaft. It'll go down on its own here. Step out, step back. Flying debris, that's the reason we do that. Alright, okay, good. I stopped for this guy. This is Esron. We'll see his image a number of times throughout the campaign. Now, when I was running straight Mythic LASO, which is all the skulls on, I was skipping the cutscenes. But with the challenge, I figured I'll go ahead and play all the cutscenes. This can be a pain if you don't run a zero death mission successfully. Some of these cutscenes can last a few minutes.
On my way.
So, with the idea that I run everything no death in a single segment, so when I go back to the start, I'm not going to clip in the initial cutscene into a run. I'm going to go ahead and replay the entire cutscene and record it as part of a single run. Alright. Interestingly enough, on a Mythic LASO, this guy does not appear, which I thought was surprising. That grunt, which I can in melee. But with one skull not activated, he always appears. That's really interesting. Alright, just following this, I've gone through this route a number of times. This is the way to go, if you will. Alright, there's going to be, there it comes. Okay, there were 2 levels, now there's just 1, so we only have to deal with these guys down here. And, did I get, yes, okay, and there's going to be a brute coming through the door. Throw a grenade to freeze him. A couple of rockets take him out. And all we got left now are 2 grunts that are a little bit further down this corridor. And again, these guys will fire, so we don't want to expose ourselves. Notice I fire and then I go behind cover. Okay, looks like I got, oops, watch out for flying debris. Alright, looks like I took care of them. So I'm not worried about not having full shields at the end. There was some concern in the first version of the game that if you're running a campaign mission to mission without stopping and restarting a mission, that you would revert back to the previous mission to the last checkpoint where you had full shields. And that appears to not be an issue anymore. At least between like mission 1, mission 2, whatever. Okay, this is the final cutscene. So this mission and the next, even though I was just using essentially a total of 3 weapons, battle rifle, plasma pistol, and rocket launcher, are more classically oriented, if you will, towards previous Halo games. The same is true for the next mission up to a point, because which we will see, well, it'll be the mission after next, because I'm going to be doing this mission on replay. But in the second true mission of Foundation, if you go well into the mission and pick up a sword and then decide you need to do a restart, and you get beyond that checkpoint with a sword, then that's how you'll start the mission on a restart. And again, to me that's ridiculous. When you restart a mission or you replay a mission, you should be using the tools that you had at the beginning of the original mission. But that's just me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps you in your quest for a LASO challenge. This is Old Nakey signing off. Take care, everybody.